So I guess the next step is going to be to change the hard lines on the rear axle, and I need to figure out how I'm going to change that flex line on the distribution block. If I can just get another one, or if I'm going to use this one, I guess it depends whether or not I ruin it. But I really dreaded this line going to the back, and it actually wasn't that bad. And I found a really easy way to bend the line was to use a board. I just kind of used the board and press a little as you bent it, and that kept me from kinking it. So that worked well. So the other night I was in here, I changed the middle flex hose that goes on top of the diff there, and we ran the line for the left wheel cylinder, and you can see my factory hold here for the brake line. This is nowhere near bent the way it is, but these lines were also for based off of 69, so can't wait to find myself a 69 to take a look and see if the tabs are a little different. Maybe they are on 69 from a 73, that's possible too. But today we're going to try and run the passenger side one here. We're going to see how easy this is going to fit. Okay, I got a good feeling about this. No, that's nowhere near. Okay, so let's go like that. Oh, this one actually might even just bolt. Oh, look at that. Okay, we'll have to finish. It actually meets up with the factory. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Okay, well, it's not quite perfect. I mean, it's, I wonder if we can get that in this clip. In the clip. In this clip. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I spent over an hour on that driver's side one. Just on the end, connecting it, reforming it and everything. And this is bolting right in. Okay, this is not where we might have to tweak it a little there, but look at that. And it's in the factory hooks. I can't get over that. Okay, and that's in the... That's a great way to start a Friday off. Wow. Of course, that's super tight, as you can see. Everything's just kind of fitted right now, and then I will go back and tighten everything once everything and all the brackets are on. There we go, just enough to keep it from popping out. We're just going to leave that side alone. There you have it. So the last component I was waiting for these brake lines to finish the front is this bracket here. This bracket here. And this bracket here. About 80 to 90 bucks. And yeah, I'm pretty boiled over it. But as you can see, we have the line. Finally nice and ran nicely here. And then we've got it clamped down around the control arm, through the bracket like it's supposed to, and into the master cylinder. Unfortunately, the driver's side was a little long. I tried to make the loops a little bigger and got them a little out of round to make up a little extra space because this line was so damn long. So I saved you guys a grueling hour of fidgeting around with these lines and trying to line them up and bolt them up and work them and finesse them. And I'm just showing you the aftermath of it now. I'm looking at these lines. These lines were from the Right Stuff. I bought another kit back in 2012 when I needed lines for the drum brakes from Inline Tube. Far superior. Far superior. Their bends are a lot closer, a lot more bang on than the Right Stuff. I don't know if they let a summer student work that day or what at the Right Stuff. But this kit really started off well with impressing me with how well the calipers and spindles and all that went together. But you guys the bed on these brake lines. Like, these brake lines cost me about $300. And I mean, for the most part, they got me what I needed. But you can't let your summer students be bending your lines like this. Like, this is going to get my OCD just twitching because it's not right and I don't have it going through the bracket properly. I'm going to lose sleep over that. Here we are. We're finally at the point where it's time to get the calipers ready to put on the car. We pretty much got all the hard lines done. And the brake lines are attached. It's just a matter now of installing the calipers. So yesterday I went out and I got some of this silicone brake lubricant, or disc brake quiet as they call it. And I also picked up some brake fluid because we're going to be bench bleeding the master cylinder, I guess, after that. We're getting there. We're getting into the home stretch. And the Napa brake fluid, doing a little research on this. This is actually made by Valvoline. I just didn't want to buy the no-name stuff at the local parts store, so that's the best I could find that wasn't no-name. So let's get the calipers apart. We'll start lubing up and let's get them installed. Also, what I did too is I'm using the bolts that came with the brake lines as opposed to the ones that came with the calipers themselves. These ones have a hole on each side, a little smaller, but there's a hole on each side, where the other ones just had one bigger hole. And I thought 2 holes are better than 1. Well, we're going to find out. Alright, got my trusty pencil, so I'm just going to mark the areas where the caliper is going to touch so we can put some of the goo on them. Because there's no sense smearing the pad where it doesn't need to be. Also have to bang those tabs in a little bit. Okay, perfect. Now that's a tight fit. We can see where we drew for the lubing process. And you can see where the piston is. So we don't want to lube inside here. Alright, silicone brake lubricant. Direction: lubricate brake parts. Use a soft wire brush. Clean the caliper housing, anchor plates, and all residue debris from moving parts. Apply a small amount of lubricant to cotter pins, sliders, clips, metals, bushings, and piston. Prevent brake squeal. Clean all residue. Well, they're clean. They're brand new. Spread a thin, even coat to the entire back of the inboard and outboard pads. Do not apply to rotor or the brake pad side. Yeah, I guess you gotta cover all your grounds, right? Start with the sliders. Green lube. Good color. Good color indeed. Slide those back in. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Perfect. Pretty much we gotta lube the whole shebang. Okay. There we go. Snap that on. Beautiful. And then on this one here, as you can see, I've marked it where the caliper or the piston touches and then the lines. And the reason why I don't want to do out in these areas is that's just going to attract dirt. So why would I do that? It did say to do the pins as well, so we will do that. Silicone brake lubricant by Permatex. Driver side all lubricated. All ready to go. Let's go get ready to install them on the car.